Met many presidents, many world leaders, and I can honestly tell you from all those years, no one has ever said to me, I like the idea of greater longevity because I'd like to be old longer. Now, I come from sort of the Great Panther school of aging, and I think people ought to be proud of their years and their age, but people are not. People don't want to be old longer. If you ask people what they do if they had extra longevity, they would stick it at the end, which is, I think, one of the most serious mistakes that people in the social sciences make. They assume that greater longevity means more old people being old longer. It's not what's going to happen. If you could have another 3 or 5 or 20 years of life, and I give it to you today, you distribute it. And that's exactly what people are doing. People are taking time off from work. They're retiring and then starting a new career. People are taking sabbaticals. Moms are going on part-time to raise their kids. People say to me, I'd like to learn to play the piano again, or maybe I'll find a career that I love more than this one, or maybe I'll fall in love again. By the way, I would have to tell you that this cyclic model, I think, is the single biggest impact from increasing longevity, not the multiplication of old age, which is real, but I think this one is bigger. And from the point of view of the marketplace, it changes everything. Because it used to be, if you had household formation products, you'd only sell them to people in their 20s, because that's when they were starting a house. But when my mother-in-law got remarried 15 years ago, she and her new husband were a whole set of candidates for a lot of products. Learning was only something you targeted to the young. Now people are just as, you heard mention Elder Hustle this morning. It's a fantastic experiment, an exhibit for the appetite people have to continue learning. The mature dating services are going wild. Facebook, as you know, the fastest growing segment on Facebook is now 50 plus. But a lot of young people, or people, the media buyers, average age is 27. Not something they fully get. And this changes the mold. Here's a wonderful example. We worked with McDonald's years ago to help them create their McMaster's program. When this ad came out many years ago, people loved it.
First day of work.
Well, wish me luck.
You'll do fine.
Wanna be on time.
Hey, Bill, want to go fishing? Nope, I'm going to work.
Wanna make a good impression.
I hear there's a new kid starting today. Oh, I hope he's cute. We're on in a few minutes,
But if
sir.
they think it's a little late to start a new profession, you got what it takes, you know it's true. That you'll show them a trick or two.
Let's see, that's 3 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, 1 egg McMuffin, 2 sausage muffins with egg, and 1 large oat cake.
Are you sure you never did this before?
Thank you, come again.
How'd it go?
I don't know how they ever got along without me.
And there's no question with what's happened in the economy this last year, and with the lengthening horizon of retirement, that pretty well everybody, unless Bill Gates is your cousin, pretty well everybody's going to need to work longer in some fashion. So how do we get over the ageism in employment? Recommendation. Oh, here it is. 5th point, last point. I would tell you that after having now overseen, I'll make up a, I've been a part of about $2 billion in investments. I've overseen about $50 million in research into this market. I come to the conclusion, even on Mr. Age Wave, that age is not the best way to break up the population at all. And that is probably the dumbest way to do it, and the only people who continue to do it that way is the government. And for those of you who are new to this field, even Bernice Newgarden, one of the Mount Rushmore of the aging field, always said that it's not about age, it's about functional capacity and ability and attitude. So what we begin to have to realize then are what are the life stages of adulthood? And they don't happen at the same day for everyone. So you might have somebody becoming single at 52 or 67 or 81. You might have a new grandparent at 46, like John Cougar Mellencamp when he became a grandfather, or 75, like my parents. So then we need to become experts on the adult life stages. Grandparenthood is one example. It could be this version or that version. They're both grandparents. This is one of my favorite pictures. When this shot was taken, Sarah Knaus was 118. Sitting across from her is her daughter Kitty. She was 95. Standing in the back of the room was her grandson Bob. He was 73. Standing next to Bob was his daughter. Her great-granddaughter, Kathleen, was 49. Christina, the 27-year-old great-great-granddaughter, and little Bradley was the sixth-generation Knaus. By the way, this is the future. We are about to become the first multiracial, multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multi-lifestyle, multi-generational social experiment. Seek transgenerational appeal. We understand it with regard to parents and little kids. You got to win over the parent if the 7-year-old wants a toy. We don't fully understand what that 53-year-old is thinking about with regard to helping their mom wire their home. Here's an example of an early ad, a client of mine also, that I thought did a sweet job.
Just enrolled in 55 Plus, Baylor Medical Center's new senior program. I get discounts on prescription eyewear. I was so impressed, I signed up Mom. I like getting a private room at a semi-private rate so much, I enrolled Mother. 55 Plus gives me homemade service and helps with insurance paperwork too. It's all here in this brochure. I'm so excited, I told all my friends.
Some of the life stages, singlehood. Guys, I'm going to upset you a little bit here. These new modern women, when we pass away, they go through a period of very deep grief and bereavement. About a year and a half. In my view, one of the more extraordinarily interesting phenomena to come out of this age wave, which is that we've got approximately 16 million single women over the age of 50 now who are forming entirely different social families. I'll call sort of, silver-haired Amazonian tribes, 3 women who go to the movies every Tuesday night, 5 women who care for each other, 10 who go on a trip to Europe together, versus the Noah's Ark heterosexual parents, which is a model for which media, marketing, selling, insurance, travel has been sculpted. It's over. Women, and mature women, are becoming an extraordinarily interesting market segment. Retirement. If you go to Webster's dictionary, it says retirement means to disappear, to go away, to withdraw. Maybe that's desirable to some people. I think there's a new definition emerging. I think people want to be connected. I think people want to be engaged with life. I think people want to reinvent themselves in that stage of life. And remember, the boomers changed majors in college, have changed careers multiple times, 20% have changed religions.